So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy Ellen. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. What are we feeding these animals these days, bro? Because I be looking through Instagram, and I guess since I have dogs that I get all like the dog videos and posts and stuff like that. And I know y'all have looked at mine and been like, yo, El, what are you feeding them? Yes, I have them on a home raw food diet. So, you know, leg quarters, vegetables, fresh vegetables, man, ground beef, ground turkey, what else? Rice sometimes, fruits, liver. This is just all the stuff, carrots, green beans, organ meat, different things that I comprised in their bowl, man. And they just eat, it makes their coat shinier, but you feed them, depending on how much you feed them, yes, you got to keep a balance percentage wise. So I have like percentages, weighing things up, and then like meal prepping for long periods of time. That way you can just get up, warm it up, let it cool down, and then give it to them, you know what I mean? Along with some water and different things like that. So yeah, man, it's what we feeding these dogs that have them enormously big. And this video here is 15 abnormally large animals that actually exist. So we're gonna go probably a little more in depth than just dogs, but I can only speak from a dog standpoint. So I'm anxious to see how big these jokers can get. You know what I'm saying? So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, join the fam, and here we go.
Some animals are cute, petite, and dainty, but if you've read the title of this video, you should know that those animals are officially banned from appearing in this list. Some of the creatures you're about to witness are—
Nah, a lot of this stuff can't be natural. Some of this stuff gotta be like steroids, bruh.
such
These animals is roided out.
gargantuan lumps of muscle that we could barely even fit them on the screen. These are abnormally large animals that actually exist. Number 15. Enormous cow. With a name like Knickers, you'd have to wonder if this cow's owner doesn't like him. Fortunately, it's not his name he's known for, more his size.
Nah, he don't stand out like a sore thumb. Jeez, bro. Nah, I don't need none of that beef or milk.
Standing 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing a whopping 1,400 kilograms, Knickers is an absolute monster of a steer.
Bro, he is literally the Shaquille O'Neal, the Shaq of his crew.
Cows aren't always considered the most interesting animal in the world, but regardless, they do provide some of life's necessities like milk and meat for starters. Apparently, they also make great companions. Knickers owner Jeff Pearson says Knickers is the talk of the town, and the internet too, it seems, with headlines all over the world. Pearson was inundated with inquiries about the cow, with most keen to see what all the fuss was about. He and Knickers are based in Perth, Australia, a country known for its obsession with giant objects and buildings. Home to the big watermelon, the big banana, the big prawn, and the big potato, it should come as no surprise that Knickers the big steer would be added to those accolades. Pearson believes his cow's size and celebrity status is merely a novelty, but I doubt it'll be wearing off anytime soon. Like this video?
Like, I feel like we should, our food nowadays should come with a picture of the animal, you know what I mean? But that's good and bad, you know what I mean? Because then you ain't gonna want to eat it because you're like, oh man, they slaughtered this animal, you know what I mean? Yeah, nah, that's a bad idea. Never mind.
Smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell right now, or Slenderman will come from under your bed while you're sleeping. Now it's time for the odd topic. This absolute beast of a horsey is one of the largest draft horses on the planet. More specifically known as the Dutch Draft, they are a Dutch breed of horse that can reach truly massive sizes. So it's fortunate that they're known to have a nice, calm temperament, or else they could probably kick the absolute gubbins out of everyone and take over the planet. Given their—
Bro, if that horse kick you, you're done, fam. It's no recovery. You're done. It's over, bro. Like, it's done. Finito. If he put what they call it, a heel or whatever they call it on you, I was about to say a paw, but if he put, man, it's over.
Their muscle, they're often used for draft work. The horse in the photo is one of the largest currently alive, weighing almost 800 kilograms. Crikey, be one heck of a ride. As always, comment down below with the hashtag odd topic and let us know your opinion in relation to what we just showed on screen. Let's move on to the next one. Number 14. Big Jake, world's tallest horse. There's a horse that goes by the name of Big Jake. Not surprisingly, he was given the title due to his size.
Having the Guinness World Record for the tallest horse is just awesome.
The Belgian gelding horse has wowed the world and gained much fame due to his incredible and rather baffling height. Without shoes, he stands 6 feet and 6 inches high. He was measured in January 2010 when he officially became—
I was so nervous for her right then. I thought he was finna haul off and let her have it, fam. Where do you gotta stand at for a horse to get out of his kick vicinity? Is it not stand beside him or behind him? I think it's behind him, right? You can't stand behind him.
the tallest living horse. As of 2018, the prestigious title was still his. Achieving a Guinness World Record is bound to get you some attention, regardless of what you achieved. And Big Jake got the full treatment. Thousands of people flocked to Smoky Hollow Farm in Poynette, Wisconsin to get up close and personal with the noble steed. His owner, Jerry Gilbert, said life for Big Jake has been pretty busy since his size put him in the record books, but he takes it all in his stride. Gilbert says people are quite shocked as to just how big he is. And for those that can't make the pilgrimage to see him in his natural habitat, they can check him out on the internet. The video published about Big Jake during the rise of his popularity on the Guinness World Records YouTube channel racked up well over 4 million views after it was uploaded in 2012. Now that's impressive. Number 13. Liger. Imagine being labeled as the largest living cat on the planet. You'd really feel like the king of the jungle. Hercules is that cat.
This is our big friend Apollo, and he is a Liger.
He lives at the Myrtle Beach Safari in South Carolina, USA. He is an adult male liger, which is a hybrid of the lion and tigress. His total length is 3.33 meters, and he weighs 418 kilos. He eats nearly 14 kilos of meat each day, which is equivalent to the weight of an average 2-year-old. Hercules has a brother named Sinbad who is slightly taller but not quite as heavy. He also has 4 nephews who were born in 2014.
Wasn't that dude we just saw in that blue shirt in the Tiger King movie video, whatever it was, with Joe Exotic? Ain't that dude look familiar?
Their names are Yeti, Odin, Samson, and Apollo. They are some of the first white ligers ever born.
Wow.
Yeti is the largest of the 4, but it's yet to be established if he'll live up to the size of his namesake. I would say it's pretty doubtful, wouldn't you? The liger itself is a very distinct cat, often noted for its lion-like face and striped body. These stripes can range from dark to light depending on the liger's breeding. These big cats, like most tigers, like nothing better than a swim. They are also very social and calm, much like lions living in captivity. Number 12. Lurch, world's biggest horn. I gotta admit, I feel a little sorry for this guy.
Oh.
He might look impressive, but I can't imagine how difficult it must be navigating through trees on a daily basis with headgear like this guy. The steer, named Lurch, is gonna make an appearance in the record books for many years to come after recording possibly the biggest set of horns on a steer ever.
He has got to have the strongest neck out of all of them carrying around all that weight up top.
Lurch's owner, Janice Wolfe, feels that the size of the horns and the unorthodox appearance more than earns him a spot in the Guinness World Records. And I tend to agree. He deserves an award just for keeping his head up. Those horns must be heavy. Wolfe had the 7-year-old steer officially...
Like, how does he lay down? Like, can't really lay down because then they stick in the ground. Like, how does he... I guess he got to lay down, like... I don't know. That's
measured by 2 veterinarians. The humongous horns stretch 7 feet long from tip to tip and weigh about 100 pounds each. Lurch is an Ankole Watusi steer from a breed described as the cattle of kings. They are known for their revered status among African tribes. Watusi cattle are also recognized by their huge horns, but Lurches are next level, don't you think? Number 11. Biggest worm in the world.
worm.
I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of worms, snakes, or for that matter, anything wriggly. So this character would have me squirmin'. The Euryches unicinctus, also known as the fat innkeeper worm, is a species of the marine spoonworm located in Bohai Gulf in China, and in some cases off the coasts of Japan and Korea.
Somebody tell me why. Okay, I thought that was a stove. My bad. It looked like looked like they was weighing it. I was about to say, are they about to cook that?
China, and in some cases off the coasts of Japan and Korea. Their bodies can measure up to 30 centimeters in length, a size almost unheard of in most worm-related species.
Some of y'all who fish, all y'all can think about right now is using that as bait and wondering what type of fish you could snag with that.
They are cylindrical and have a rather unpleasant yellow and brown color combo. Like many worms, they are detritivores and live and burrow in sand and mud. In Korea, these worms are consumed. Yuck. They are usually eaten raw with salt and sesame oil, fried with vegetables, or otherwise dried and powdered. They can also be eaten and distributed in Japan and locations in and around the Pacific coast. If not consumed, you might find them a handy addition to the fishing tackle box. They're apparently great bait for catching flounder and sea bream. That's a better idea, isn't it? Number 10. World's biggest hamster. Hamsters are very small and lovable pets to have as a child. And the best part is, they don't usually grow any bigger than the size of an adult's hand.
I done it!
Look up there, Lincoln.
Well, at least that's what we thought. This massive hamster-like animal is a capybara. It is the largest living rodent on the planet and native to South America. Many people have mistaken them for large hamsters and have them in the back garden as household pets. Unfortunately, they may be under the wrong impression. If your friend owns a capybara, maybe you should let him know. Melanie Tippeldas, a resident from Buda, Texas, encountered one for the first time during a stay in Venezuela. Her daughter absolutely loved it the second she got to touch one and hold it in her arms. In fact, as soon as they returned home, Melanie was instructed to find one that they could adopt as a family pet. She found Kaplan Roos on a rare animal farm in Texas. At the time, he was only 11 days old, so needless to say, he has grown a lot since then. According to Melanie, Kaplan Roos enjoys nothing better than a warm bath or taking a swim in the pool.
I ain't never had a hamster before, but why was I just sitting there just waiting for that thing just to go like that and just snap at her when she was trying to, or whoever hand that was kept trying to, I just was waiting on it just to snap. I don't know, man. Maybe I got PTSD or something.
Not alone there, am I right? Number 9. Hulk the Pitbull.
Oh yeah.
Hulk the Pitbull.
We all know Hulk. Y'all watch the videos? Hulk is huge, bro.
Weighs in at a massive 173 pounds at only 17 months old. But that's not the crazy part. Because he's still young, he's likely to get even bigger. Pit bulls and other snub-nosed dog breeds have strong jaws and are often thought of as being dangerous and unpredictable. Fortunately, Hulk is an American pit bull terrier that has a pretty good temperament. In fact, he'll make your heart melt when you see him interacting with his human and canine family.
And he's the youngest, by far, and he's the prettiest, by far.
His personality would have the doubters quickly changing their minds about the breed. Hulk is unique in the fact that although he's not your average small and fluffy doggy companion, he's still really sweet and would make an excellent companion. He's also the biggest pit bull that the world has ever seen, and in time could be even bigger than anyone could ever imagine. Hulk is a big softy compared to other pit bulls, and although his size tends to invoke intimidation from strangers, his owner describes him as calm and safe around children. Marlon Grenon, who runs Dark Dynasty K9, owns Hulk and says he is a great dog, but his excessive size may shorten his lifespan. We hope that's not the case. Number 8. Largest rabbit in the world. Darius is easily the largest rabbit.
Now, rabbits will kind of snip at you. I've seen one do it before.
Rabbit in the world, standing over 4 feet tall. He also weighs a sizable 22.2 kilos. Unfortunately, he may not hold the coveted title for too much longer, as he is fully grown, and his son Jeff is catching up on him.
Cocoa Puff doesn't have a cage. He hops around the family home.
He measures 3 feet 8 inches and still has some growing to do. Their owner, Annette Edwards, may one day have 2 of the largest rabbits on the planet. That's impressive. These boys are members of the Continental Giant breed, which were initially farmed or hunted for meat alone. Darius and Jeff, however, have shown that they are very capable, intelligent, and loving house pets. They sleep in large crates or kennels designed for dogs instead of the usual rabbit hutches, and eat their way through 2,000 carrots and 700.
Bro, with all these animals growing, like, it's gotta be it's something they putting in the food to make that stuff. It's affecting humans and animals these days, bro. These astronomical sizes, these people are 7 foot. Like 7 foot back in the day used to be like just a unicorn. Now you're seeing 6, 11, 7 footers. Like, it's normal everywhere. It's gotta be the food.
100 apples.
And now the animals is following suit.
Over the course of a year. The giant bunnies also chomp through a hay bale on a weekly basis, leaving Edwards with a hefty 5,000-pound annual food bill. All the negatives aside, if you've ever dreamed about having a German Shepherd-sized bunny as a pet, they come highly recommended. Edwards says that they're very smart and well-behaved, and although huge, they're the best animal friends anyone could ask for. Number 7. World's tallest dog. Zeus is the name that was given to quite possibly the tallest dog to ever exist. He was a Great Dane who was 1.118 meters or 44 inches tall when measured in October 2011.
I wanted a big name for a big dog. We knew that he would be large.
This prized canine was owned by Denise Dorlag and her family in Otsego, Michigan. Zeus wasn't just tall either. He packed plenty.
Bro, look how he stand up to the counter. Look how he stand at the counter, fam. That's insane.
Meat on his bones, weighing up to 70 kilograms. And it's no wonder, considering his appetite. The Great Dane chewed through over 13 kilos of food every 2 weeks. His name proved to be one of the deciding factors when Dorlag and her husband decided to purchase Zeus. Her husband wanted something small and cute, but she wanted a dog that was gonna be big. Zeus won the battle and clearly lived up to his name. Now, standing on his hind legs, he can reach 2.23 meters, so Dorlag has no regrets on her choice. Surprisingly, just like many other large animals, Zeus was pretty calm and laid back considering his size. His relationships with humans were really positive, and he responded and behaved well around other animals. Zeus was so tall, in fact, that he was able to drink water from the tap of the sink in his home, meaning that his owners barely had to leave anything out for him. Sadly, Zeus died in September 2014, just 3 years after his record induction to the Hall of Fame. He was just 5 years of age, but the legacy he left behind will live on. Number 6. The biggest spider on the planet. If you're an arachnophobe, it might pay to look away now, because things are about to get
Don't mind if I do.
hairy, 8-legged, and majorly spine-tingly. Opinions are often divided when it comes to spiders. Some consider them rather unpleasant and unnerving looking, while others prefer to think about their many benefits. Yes, for those of you who don't care for them, they're actually quite helpful when it comes to eliminating flies and other annoying insects. Whilst there are definitely those who find these 8-legged crawlers beneficial, others consider them demons of doom, a frightening, oversized insect to be avoided at all costs. But if you made it this far, you'd best hang on to your hat, because the worst is yet to come. This spider is the biggest on the planet. If you're a scaredy cat, here's your opportunity to tune out. The deserta wolf spider is native to the island of Madeira, Portugal. It is also easily one of the largest types of wolf spider, with a body that can reach lengths of up to 1.6 inches. These spiders are identified by the white polka dots that are visible on their legs. In fact, they almost look like socks. Not that you'd be stopping to assess them, I bet. The spider gets the name wolf because of its fierce and active hunting style. These giant characters prefer to pounce on their prey rather than capturing it in a web. Now that's an interesting technique, don't you think? Number 5.
Wow.
Biggest cat in the world.
Wow.
The Maine Coon is believed to be the largest of the domestic cat breeds. Considering their size, it's quite surprising that they don't have an ancestral relationship or connection to wild cats. At least not recently, anyway. These cats tend to be friendly and pretty chilled out according to their owners. As their name indicates, these domesticated kitties originate from Maine. Females can weigh up to 15 pounds, and males anywhere between 15 to 25 pounds. Maine
Why is she doing that to that cat? Yeah, that cat probably tired of her.
Coons are also very long and tall, and don't reach their peak size until they're about 3 years old. In fact, some have been found to still be growing at 5.
Doing?
Their size is further enhanced by their long, shaggy coat. These can
She keep acting like she lifting weights with the cat.
measure 2 to 3 inches deep and are only outclassed by their huge, bushy tail. Coon cats are big, there's no denying it, but they're also beautiful. Boasting smooth, colorful fur, these gorgeous big cats are typically more of a friend than a lap cat. They're also a lot of fun, with many owners saying that they never grow out of their kitten qualities. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. What about you? Number 4. Goliath frog, biggest frog in the world. The Goliath frog wasn't given its name so it would feel empowered. It genuinely is the largest.
What's the first thing that came to y'all mind, huh? Some of y'all who eat frog legs, y'all was like, oh, look at the meaty legs on that frog. I've never had frog legs. I can't see how y'all do them, man. I can't see how y'all do it. But for somebody who like frog legs, they probably look at that like, yeah. No.
Frog in the world. It grows up to 12.5 inches long and can weigh up to 7.2 pounds. In fact, the frog has
Definitely been hitting the roids.
reached sizes like that of many household cats. That's one big frog.
According to Guinness, the largest frog in the world.
It's quite surprising, given the Goliath starts out life as a tiny tadpole, the same size as your average, everyday, stock standard frog tadpole. There's one key difference between the two, and it's quite an obvious one, really. Unlike its cousin, the Goliath just keeps growing. It has the same appearance as an ordinary frog, but just keeps getting bigger. Essentially, it's just a giant version of a character we've known for years. These frogs have lived several years longer than humans, yet we still barely know anything about them. We still have no idea how long they've lived, how much longer they'll live for, and what other species or versions of the Goliath exist. Scientists are hoping to learn more about their general behavior and their habitats. It is hoped that with this information, these special frogs can be saved from extinction. Number 3. The Japanese.
So having that many tadpoles, they're still in jeopardy of being extinct? That looked like a lot of tadpoles.
Spider crab. Apologies once more, arachnophobes, although this one is arguably a bit tamer than the last spider-filled tale. The Japanese spider crab is a species of marine crab that lives in the waters around Japan. The crab has the largest leg span of any existing arthropod, reaching up to 12 feet from claw to claw. Their bodies grow to a width of 16 inches, and they can weigh up to and beyond 19 kilos. Its size definitely sets this crab apart from other species, and so too does its color and appearance. The Japanese spider crab is orange and has white spots on its legs, not unlike the deserta wolf spider we heard about earlier. These crabs also display an unusually calm demeanor around humans, despite their rather threatening appearance. They live at depths of between 500 and 1,000 feet and can survive in water temperatures of just 10 degrees Celsius. The Japanese spider crab is also a delicacy in some countries, although efforts are being made to preserve and protect them to prevent extinction and overfishing. Number 2. Medusa, the biggest snake. Medusa is a rather fitting name for a snake that held a record in the Guinness World Records for being the biggest snake in the world.
When I got Medusa, she was about 26, 28 inches long, about as big around as my index finger.
The reticulated python spends her days at the Kansas City's Edge of Hell and Beast haunted houses. The perfect spot for a snake of this size. As a show snake, she is expected to perform under pressure. She tires easily, but her owners take great care of her. Medusa is given a lot of food, and she also enjoys a calming swim in the pool to help aid her recovery. In 2011, she was measured at 25 feet and 2 inches, breaking the record for the biggest snake in the world. She also weighs an impressive 350 pounds.
I want to see what they feed her. You got to show me, like, I need to see her feeding. What that meal consists of. They need to show that.
This statistic is pretty impressive, given that most snakes of Medusa's species grow to a maximum of 20 feet long in the wild. Her weight is said to fluctuate depending on what she is eating and how long she's gone without a meal. No real surprises there. Number 1. World's biggest crocodile ever measured in captivity. As Lake Placid has taught us, crocodiles are pretty large reptiles that can reach insane sizes. Although the croc in this entry isn't quite the mammoth size of the croc that terrorizes everybody in the 1999 horror thriller. The internet can't always be trusted either, with images able to be easily manipulated.
Oh, you can hear the jaw.
Animals can be made to look bigger or smaller depending on your chosen audience. Videos, too, are difficult to gauge. So, how big was the biggest croc in captivity? Yutan is a hybrid of saltwater and Siamese crocs. He was born in 1964 and was discovered at the Samut Prakan Crocodile Farm just outside Bangkok, Thailand. He was named after the farm owner's son and is believed to have a bite force of about 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's more than 2 tons. The huge croc is 5.5 meters long and currently resides in Alligator Adventure, a reptilian facility that is adjacent to Barefoot Landing in North Myrtle Beach, one of South Carolina's most outstanding tourist attractions. These are some
That drone view.
animals and insects, for that matter, that are simply massive. They're certainly not the type that can be easily ignored. In fact, many require special housing to accommodate them and special diets, like the giant rabbits who can't live in just any old hutch, or the Great Dane who chows down on 13 kilos of food every 2 weeks. These guys would take some serious commitment. Also, check out our other...
Who you telling, bro? I know, but I would have loved to hear what some of those people are paying to feed those animals. You know what I mean? Now, if they got maybe some kind of way that, or assistance or something like that, because those food bills can run up, bro. Trust me. And if you have multiple, oh, it could really add up quick. It could run you more than what you spend on groceries for a family. You know what I mean? Like, bro, just to keep them, and if you're feeding them like you're supposed to be feeding them, and keeping it clean, and you know what I mean, not just giving them scraps and feeding them appropriately, oh, it could run up quick. Do you see the price of foods, dog foods, different type of pet foods? Oh man, it can run. Trust me, you run up a check. But listen, fam, you can't convince me some of this stuff ain't steroids. This was 15 I can't even say the word, abnormally large animals that actually exist. Y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone. Peace.